Guys, you guys already know the deal. We back with our favorite sponsors of La Platica. I'm talking about SeatGeek. Come on, man. You already know we love SeatGeek. And you already know who I'm excited to see. And it starts with a D. And his name is Drizzy Drake Rogers.
Well, mine, I'm also starting to see. It starts with a D, too. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Wow.
And guess what?
What?
I got a little email saying that my Ohtani jersey's on the way.
Well, I hope you all Ohtani jersey know that SeatGeek is super user-friendly because the green dot means good and the red dot means bad.
Ohtani also knows that it's the #1 ticketed rating app on the App Store, my boy. What does that even mean to you? That means that that's what you gotta be using. You feel me?
SeatGeek ain't here to play, and neither are we, which is why we're hooking you guys up with $20 off just by using the code La Platica, man.
In all caps.
That's all it is.
In all caps, La Platica. $20 off your first ticketing purchase. Just like that.
It's that easy.
I mean, you guys already know. We say it all the time. SeatGeek is #1.
If you guys aren't using SeatGeek, I don't know what to tell you, my boy. You stressing me out.
Team SeatGeek.
We stressed up in here if you're not using SeatGeek.
Man, enjoy today's episode.
See you guys. Quiet on set. Everybody shut the up.
You ready to rock and roll or what, brother?
Hey, there's some days and then there's other days. And today is that day.
Today is that day.
You know what I mean?
You handsome son of a gun.
Think you're the shit? You're not even the fart. You heard that?
First time.
You're lying.
Yeah. First of all, can we get into it? I really want to just talk.
Yeah, I'm here to chit chat, buddy.
Yeah, because it's the talk, aka La Platica. Welcome everybody to La Platica. Normally I do my intros like really loud and obnoxious, and I've noticed that when I edit. So
I've noticed that too
today,
when I watch.
I'm just going to just talk to you normal, just like a normal human being. Welcome to La Platica. This is the #1 Latino podcast in the world, but I've never said that, nor did Josh. It's according to Google. It's Google. And I've been getting a lot of people like, they just say that to be funny. Go to google.com.
Yeah, Google
Search bar.
Google it.
#1 Latino podcast in the world, and then you can be the judge.
Hey, they say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay, and Google don't lie either.
Google doesn't lie.
No, not even.
Subscribe to the channel. We're growing. We're really happy about that, and I'm sure about that. So subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. Like this video. Follow thejoshleyva on all social media platforms.
Hit that follow button.
Follow myself on social media platforms.
Hit that follow button twice. Well, don't do it twice because then they'll unfollow you. So maybe just do it once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to get too technical, but if you hit the follow twice, it'll unfollow you.
That's right. Just once.
Just once.
Yeah. Turn on your notifications.
Why not?
This is La Platica. Bienvenidos.
You guys probably noticed that we had 3 guests back to back to back, and we love having guests. Honestly, we've had some incredible guests these past 3 weeks. But we're trying to do a thing where the most we're going to do with guests back to back to back is going to be 3, because I love these kind of episodes when it's just me and Sebas sitting across from each other, beefing it, and just talking that schmack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really do like it as well, Because you know why? Because I really like you, man.
Okay.
As you can tell, people who follow us on social media also follow the actual podcast, La Platicapod. Actually, it's not even pod anymore. It's just La Platica on Instagram. We have submissions now where you can submit. Basically, we have options of you can click, add your name, or you can be anonymous. You have that option as well. You can type in and press.
You haven't actually checked out the form, huh?
Am I the asshole? Perspective of a man, perspective of a woman.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yep.
And then you can actually submit your question or your thought and be featured on La Platica. A chance to be featured on La Platica, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to our friend Jessica for that, who happens to be our producer.
Yeah, the way we used to do it before when we would do these kind of segments was we would just ask people on Instagram to send us stuff. But I think this is like the more official way. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're doing things a little bit, a little bit upgraded now.
Yeah, for sure. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And we had a lot of people submit some incredible questions. Jess was having a ball kind of going through them for us and picking out I don't want to say the best ones, but ones that would make things nice and spicy for this episode. So I'm ready.
I love
This is going to be like a mixture of like the different segments that we've done, right? So we've done perspective of a man, perspective of a woman. We've done Am I the Asshole, right? So in the form, you guys are able to select what category you guys want to do. And then you guys can write your little, your thing. And then, I think later on we'll do like specific categories per episode. But for this one, we decided we're going to do like a hybrid. We're going to give you guys a little taste of the glory of like what each segment would look like on an episode of La Platica, the #1 Latino podcast in the world, according to Google. But I've never said that, neither has Sebas.
Never.
So, yeah.
I love that. Catch your breath, brother.
It's caught, baby. It's caught.
Also, I just real quick, just talking about myself, because I see the comments and a lot of people say I talk about myself, and that's okay. I just want to thank everybody back at home for watching the Overcomfort podcast and saying such sweet things about myself. And honestly, they say such sweet things about you as well, Josh. So I just want to thank you and thank you for watching and supporting, Josh and myself. And that means a lot. We do see the comments and it means the world to us, the things that you guys say, and basically, back us up. Not necessarily back us up because we did something, but just like back our shit up. Like,
yeah, they're like family.
Yeah, it's just like the fam, and we notice the love, and we really, 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 really appreciate you.
Yeah.
So we're doing a hybrid episode.
But real quickly, because I definitely want to talk about the Overcomfort podcast, because one, I love what Jenica is doing over there, and two, I think you did amazing. Man.
Thank you.
And I feel like you carried yourself in a different light than I personally have even seen you do here. And I think Jenica has that, like, dare I say, superpower to kind of bring that out of people.
Yeah.
And it was just cool, man. I really enjoyed it. I genuinely watched the entire thing from start to finish.
Yeah.
I listened to it in like 0.175, but I got through it.
Got it.
So you're talking like a chipmunk, but I was like, damn, this is good. No, I really enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it. I feel like you carried yourself really well, and you represented La Platica excellently. And that's all I was watching.
Yeah.
I was
Even when you were on Jenica's thing, I saw the whole thing. Yeah, because it's Jenica's pod and I want to support.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit of like, I want to like kind of like you're mine.
Yeah, okay.
So like I want to watch it, like you're part of me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's kind of like I need to see this.
Yeah,
I need to see what's going on.
Yep.
Because I got your back too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure about that.
Yeah, you sure about that?
Yeah. Before we get into Am I the Asshole? I have something for you.
A gift?
Yeah, I didn't tell Jessica or nobody. I have a gift for you. You ready? I'm gonna give it to you and you catch it and then open it.
Okay.
I bought this for you.
Is this weed?
Come on, man. Who do you think I am? A stoner? Because maybe.
Is this what I think it is? Bro.
Yeah. So you're doing that right now.
Yo, I have been wanting to do these for the longest time.
Yeah, well, you're about to do it right now.
I think it was Joe Rogan who's on it. So these are smelling salts and
sniffing salts. Oh, this is
smelling salts. So smelling salts. And basically what it is, a lot of like people who play sports, work out, like power lift, all this stuff, they use it to like, I guess like amp them up. But apparently it's like this, it's insane.
It's an insane odor. I don't know what to expect.
Do you feel like this is the right episode to do this on? You got your own?
No, I ordered 2. They're for you, but if you think that one's not strong, I got you another one.
I'm just gonna go straight into it. A lot of people get scared. I'm just gonna go for it.
Dude, get a good sniff though.
I'm gonna give it a good whiff. Bro, I've never done these before. And okay, so just so you guys know, apparently the sensation is like crazy. It's like nothing, like it's just like, I don't even know how to describe it because I've never experienced it. But from what I understand, it's insane.
Is it like Vaporu?
Yeah, times 1,000.
What kind of, what's the brand? What's it called?
This one's called Wake the Dead.
Oh shit!
God damn! By Insane Labs, smelling salts.
Oh, Insane Labs. That's an actual like a reputable brand, isn't it?
Extremely potent, motherfucker. Oh shit!
All right. Try not to smell right now until you smell that. Like hold your breath and then take a fucking fat whiff.
I came into this like real confident, but now I'm like, holy shit! Here we go.
Is your heart beating?
Are you gonna do it too?
I don't know. Depends on your.
All right, here we go.
Depends on how you act.
Oh wow! I already got a little bit of it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I swear. Yeah.
You said you're gonna take a good whiff.
I'm gonna do it. Like, is that good? Like, is that good?
Like this.
Got it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh shit! Oh my god! It's actually not that bad. Hold on.
Do it right.
It hits. It hits. Hold on. Am I in frame? All right, here we go. Okay, hold
on. No.
Oh shit! Yeah, it hits, but it's not crazy. Are my eyes watery?
Yeah.
Shit.
What does it smell like? Like pedo?
No, it smells like.
If you had to like point something out, what does it smell like? Your eyes are watering.
Yeah, it smells like if I would have got like chlorine and I just went like that. Like it's like super intense.
Is it healthy?
Probably not. But health is wealth, baby.
Should I do it?
Yeah, it's not crazy. I think there's more extreme ones. It kind of initially gave me a shock, but then I was like, wait, I can handle this. You know what I mean?
Is it like a certain like a shake well type of thing?
No, I think you just sniff it.
It says here directions. Add 15 milliliters, 1 cap full of water to cotton ball.
Oh.
Under lid to initiate reaction.
Oh, so you don't just smell it? What about that one?
How it works. The combination of chemicals release small amounts of ammonia gas. It's ammonia. And ammonia irritates the blood vessels in the nasal passages, providing an instantaneous boost of strength, energy, and focus. Oh, so maybe it's this one. I feel like this one needs to be like, because I never heard about the whole cotton swab.
Yeah, no, me neither. Normally you just smell it straight from the bottle, or they have these little like, they almost look like.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. What the fuck?
You can handle it though. Give it another one.
No, fuck no.
It hurt?
No, that was weird. It went into my brain.
Yeah.
And now I'm considered insane in the membrane.
Okay. Oh, I think these are it. This is called
my
raw.
God.
Smelling. Okay, it's basically says twist and sniff. This is a twist and sniff.
Take a good whiff. Come on, you're a man, aren't you?
I'm gonna do it.
Aren't you like big Joshleyva, big buff guy who's cute?
Am I just like,
Whoa, that's weird, bro. You need to get that checked out.
bro, this don't hit.
Or maybe you are the ultimate gladiator.
Maybe I'm the ultimate human. Try that. I could probably do both them hoes.
Oh.
Let me do both of them. Try that one. That one's, I think that one's a little
Go
less.
like this?
Bro, I feel like they're expired.
Go like this.
I feel a little wired.
This one doesn't smell like shit.
This one does though. This one kind of makes you harder.
This one's not good. You know what it's?
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
there you go. You gotta shake.
Woo!
Hey, first you shake it,
God
then you
damn.
bake it. Bro,
Wow.
You know what it smells like? Because I'm a hairdresser by trade. It smells like
God.
it smells like bleach and developer.
Okay, bleach. Yeah.
It smells like developer, like 40 volume.
Oh shoot, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a segment.
All right. Thank you for the gift, bro.
Yeah. You want to
Let's do it. Yeah. So are we doing which one's the first one, Jess?
am I the asshole?
Is that what that stands for?
That's an acronym, baby.
It's not AITA?
Yeah, I was like, who is Aita? Who's Aita?
Yeah, so Jess is actually going to be reading some of the submissions that
Yes.
you guys sent. And then Sebas and I are going to be doing what we do best.
Yeah, this is a serious podcast.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Jess, take it away.
Got it. Okay.
This is over.
Hates
this-
being here.
Never. This is from Ashley V. Thank
Sup,
you for your
Ashley?
submission.
Yeah, thank you.
By the
Ashley.
way, you guys have the option to be anonymous when you guys, I don't know, you probably said that already, but Ashley chose to say her name. So shout out to Ashley V.
and don't mess with us. Like, don't put Seymour last name Butts
Yeah.
or something like that. You know, which would be hilarious. Seymour Butts.
No, I got it, dude. I got it.
Let's do this.
Am I the asshole for leaving my ex because he wasn't ambitious and didn't know what he wanted to do in his life? For example, he was jobless for 4 months and was always changing careers back to back to back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Before we dive into these, I just want to say this. I think like for all the people that submit like their personal experiences or stuff that they're going through, I don't necessarily think that there is one right answer. And I think the way we're going to approach this is our opinions. This is how we would, essentially handle it or what we think. It's not necessarily the right answer, or we're not even trying to claim that this is the right and only way.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, for that question, did you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I feel like in my relationship when I was a little younger, I feel like I was in like a little rut like that before, and it might have caused a little bit of not problems, but a type of conversation that I had to have with my wife. It sucks, man, because naturally people just go through that,
Yeah.
Do I want to do this? I don't know. Maybe I'll do this. Actually, I didn't like that. I'll do this. Now, I do want to say is like, depending on the action that you take upon what you just said, a lot has to do with how old you are. You know what I mean? Like there's people that go through it that are like 19 to 24 years old.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe you should like, you know, wait it out. You know, you guys are still young, blah, blah, blah.
Even yourself, you're trying to figure it out.
If you're like in your 30s, 35, you know, and you're still like that, you know, it goes both ways. Even the man or the woman, whoever is in a rut, you know, the other significant other, you know, has to really think like, dude, I'm getting older too. Like I can't live my life like this. I want better for myself. I think it's okay to be selfish, you know, when it comes to situations like that. But I just wish she would have said how old she was and then maybe how long they've been going through this.
Yeah.
Did it say? No,
like
right? I just wish maybe we can come up with just to talk about it. Like maybe we can,
let's just say 25 to 30.
Okay, they're 25 to 30 years old. And let's just say in this case, Ashley and her man, that's crazy. She said her name and putting that on blast. Respect. But that's cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
And okay, so 25 to 30. And let's just say that the guy has been in a rut for like 5 years. I think that's a good thing, right? I think she does have, you know, the right to say that. You know, even if it's less than that, I think I've said it before, and you know, I think that you have to be selfish.
I don't necessarily think, not to like cut you off, but I don't think selfish is the right word. Because it's not selfish. I think it's having standards for yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
And standards for your life.
Yeah, standards.
Because selfish has a negative connotation to it. And I don't want her to feel like she's being selfish because she is holding herself to a higher standard.
You're right.
And I don't think anybody should ever consider themselves an asshole because they have certain standards for their own life. It's your life.
Yeah.
So you get to create those boundaries and those standards for yourself. Now, you're absolutely right. The age does make a big difference, right? Because if you're like 19, you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, like, you know, give the guy a chance, you know?
Yeah.
But if this is something that's causing an issue in your relationship and you're looking for stability and you're looking for consistency and you're looking to get married and build a family and stuff, and you're noticing that your partner cannot potentially give you that, that is something you want to consider, you know? And I always believe like people are so quick to like get out of relationships, right? Because they're so quick to blame the other person. But like, I think it's also important to like see what you're doing in the relationship and seeing if you're being helpful, or maybe if there's a way that you can help them potentially, you know, get on track, you know, and dig a little deeper with them. Like, you know, having that conversation with them, letting them know how you feel and seeing how you can aid as well in a way. Now, that also depends on like the length of the relationship and how serious and mature that relationship is, you know? Because I'm not going to tell a 19-year-old like, hey, you should sit down with your partner and really ask them like, hey, how are you? Where are you at in your heart and your life? Because that's just it's an age where you're still trying to figure it out yourself, you know? But at 25, 30, and you've been with somebody for 3 years or something like that, just to put a number to it. Yeah, maybe having a serious conversation with them about like what you want and letting them know like, hey, I see that you're going through this kind of stuff in your life. Can I aid you in any way? Is there any way I could be more supportive towards you?
I'm assuming they already had that conversation though.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
You think that she's just saying it just because you don't think she's told him like, yo, like get your shit together?
That's a hard conversation to have, bro, with somebody. And just to tell somebody like, hey, you need to be getting your shit together. You shouldn't be in and out of jobs and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know.
It might not be necessarily that conversation. It's kind of like, what's going on? You're doing it again. You know, like, dude, did you quit? You got fired? Like, oh, now you don't want to do this. Now you're getting into something else. It doesn't have to be necessarily like, dude, get your shit right. You know, you know what I mean? Like, it can just simply be like, what are you doing, fulanito? You know what I mean? Like, you're doing it again. Like, you can't just be doing this. If you're going to stick to one thing, stick to that, or find out what you really like to do. But yeah,
I think if they have had that conversation and she's already tried, then I think she can hold herself to the standard that she has and decide if she chooses to exit the relationship to do that, because she knows what she's looking for in her life, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. At the end of the day, I think the answer for us is there's standards that you have to, you know, meet with yourself first, you know, and then your partner is not just someone there just to snuggle up and talk to. A partner is supposed to like help you, guide you through life.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a helping hand. I agree with that. I also think though, sometimes going through those things, if you're the guy, right, and potentially losing the love of your life, so to say, that can be a wake up call for you.
Yeah.
You know, and even though it could be like the worst thing that ever happened to you, could potentially turn out to be the best thing that ever happened to you because you get your life on track and it makes you realize, it gives you like that wake up call that you might be looking for, you know?
Or it can completely go
You can
south.
completely go.
Getting, you know, because that, you know,
It's how you handle it. It's how you handle it.
especially for a man, because we're only saying man because this came from a woman.
Yeah.
Especially for a man getting defeated like that, you know, already knowing the problem. The guy knows the problem. He knows what he's doing wrong. He knows that he can't get it together. He's probably has other priorities that, you know, he prioritized.
Yeah.
Other than, you know,
Figuring it out.
figuring it out.
Yeah. Prioritizing
So-
what should be prioritized.
So when that happens to you, and now you lost your wife, girl, whatever, fiance,
yeah.
dude, that hurts.
Well, I mean, it can either
And
make you or break you.
Yeah, it can defeat you hard. But yeah, you know, in a perfect scenario, it's hopefully it makes you. But yeah, I don't think she should feel bad that she has standards.
Yeah.
But I think definitely if you ask yourself, look in the mirror and say, do I really love him? I mean, that's really the answer. And if it's a yes, you know, try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And if not, then yeah, I agree with you. Move on. Nomás hay una vida.
Yeah. 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 And like I said, going back to the standards things, like I was saying earlier, if you have goals in your life to be married and have a stable family and stuff, and that you're kind of realizing that your partner can't provide that, I think I think that's a fair question to like really ask yourself, like, do I want to continue this? You know, knowing that this person could potentially not be able to give me the life that I want.
Yeah.
It's a tough question, bro. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Because if you really love that person, you got to kind of weigh that out.
It's one of the hardest things to deal with in a relationship is understanding that, yo, what's my partner doing? You know, to level us up. What am I doing to level us up?
Exactly.
You know, but obviously we're using her example. So I'm assuming that she's doing as much as she can, and she maybe has a good job. She maybe, you know, is consistent with, you know, leveling up or, you know, trying to put her family or even just them two in a good place in their life.
Yeah.
And obviously he's not.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. But to answer your question, Ashley, no, I do not think you're an asshole.
Me neither.
For having standards in your life like that.
Me neither.
At all.
Me neither. I do think that you should talk to yourself first, like a good freaking conversation, like internally. What would make you happy? Tell that to yourself.
Figuring out what you want in your life.
Yeah. What do you want? Okay. And if those check off some boxes, some don't, figure it out. What's it called when you the pros and cons? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do some pros and cons, or some cons and pros.
Switch it up.
Yeah, or do a Venn diagram,
There you go.
right? Or no?
Just never done a Venn diagram before.
Never.
So do one of those.
I just know that there are two circles, and then it makes one circle in the middle,
Well, it's not so much of a circle, but it's like
oval.
yeah, ovalish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think you're an asshole. So
No.
the answer is you're not an asshole.
Not an asshole.
Next,
Kill that one, bro.
you're not an asshole.
This next one's a little long, so bear with me.
And this is perspective of a man.
Yes.
So we're switching gears here.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so my man and I have been together for over 10 years. We were high school sweethearts. We have kids together, and I'm so ready to get married. I feel like we're in a good place, and we talk about it. He says he wants to, but I feel like we've been talking about it for so long now, and nothing ever happens. Sometimes I feel a little hopeless, like we'll never be married. Do you guys think he's gonna do it? Or should I accept we may never get married? What are some ways a woman can make her man feel more secure?
I love that last part. It's a really good question. Man, I feel like you can really talk about this one right here, man.
Isn't that low key me?
That might have been Karen because it was anonymous.
Well, yeah, like I mean, I got married at 10 years. I proposed at the 10-year mark.
Yeah.
Did I take a long time? Yeah, according to society, right? But
What are some reasons that a man might take a long time to propose?
there's a lot of reasons.
What are some?
I think number one reason I think we should really talk about it is the mentality of a man. It's you know, for some it's easy, but I think the average man, it's really hard for him to convince himself. That doesn't mean like convincing himself. That doesn't mean like, it's not that I don't want to get married. It's not that I don't love her. He's not convincing himself of that. He's convincing himself, all right, this is it for life. And as you know, as simple as that sounds, that might be really a difficult thing to do for a man. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
Not because he's like wants to fuck around or shit like that, but just to really do it, just to really tie it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That can be one. Money.
Yeah.
That I would say is number one probably in a lot of men is the money. Because a lot of guys, you know, want to get a nice ring. They know that once they, you know, get engaged, you know, money comes after that. You got to spend money after that, you know, wedding, things like that. That's just like the perfect scenario, but you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, you get engaged, you did that, and then, you know, you plan a wedding, you know, there's money. Now,
the whole process.
Yeah, there's a process. Now, you don't have to do that, but a lot of women, that's what they're expecting.
I guess some, sure, but yeah, that just depends on their partner. I have a question.
Well, it's true. Like you get married or you get engaged. Okay, this is a good question. You women out there, comment down below. If someone proposes to you, how long do you like what's the time span to get married? And like what's too much, or like, you know, like they want to get married right away. I mean, Jess, can you kind of like tune out? Like when would you think is like the perfect time frame to get married right after being engaged?
I think that depends on a lot of things, but
Yeah, I think because you can have a long engagement. I know people who have had really long engagements.
Yeah.
Let's just
People
say in a
who-
general perspective.
a year,
I don't
2
know.
years.
Yeah, a year, 2 years.
a year,
sounds
2
right.
years. Yeah.
So that's like that's
Timeline,
what, yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I also just depends on like financial situations.
That's
right?
what I'm
like
saying.
maybe you want to propose to them, and then you guys can talk about the financial situation and see like
Yeah.
when you guys can have the wedding that you guys
Yeah.
would desire, you know?
And trust me,
figure it out.
I'm just speaking for like maybe women, but for me personally, get married whenever you want. I don't think it's like, you know.
Okay, so obviously you waited 10 years to propose to Karen,
Yeah.
right? Did you do anything to reaffirm her that you still wanted to marry her? Like that was your plan?
Of
Because
course.
maybe I feel like some guys take a long time to propose and then they kind of leave their girl in the dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think that's good.
Yeah,
That's not, and it's not healthy either. You need to communicate.
Es hablando.
Yeah, so what did you do? What would you do?
I would communicate with my girl, and I would tell her, I would reassure her, like, yo, like, you know, I would keep bringing it up. I would talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my situation. I mean, everybody has a different situation, and honestly, everybody back at home, we might be talking about this, but don't you ever feel bad about yourself, you
Yeah.
know, for taking a while to propose or stuff like that. Everybody in life, everybody in this world called Earth, everybody has a different situation.
For sure.
Not one of us is the same.
Yeah.
We all go through different stuff. You don't know if people are in debt. You don't know si alguien se murió. You don't know if someone's sick. You don't know anything, you know? So, but I don't know. If we're talking about this,
Well, she also said like, should I give up hope and basically just admit or take on that he might never propose to me, right? And it goes back to the previous question. Like if that is your dream, if that is your standard that you want to be married, like I don't think you should give up on that, you know?
No.
And I also think you should need to talk to your partner like, hey, this is what I want in
yeah,
my
and
life.
they have kids. They're high school
Yeah,
sweethearts.
yeah.
It didn't seem like she doesn't like them.
Right. Yeah.
It's a conversation, but I can put myself in her, you know, I can see, if I put myself in her shoes, I can see where the frustration might be
100%.
coming and stuff like that. But I don't think you should give up on it. I don't. And once again, I just wish that sometimes they would put like how old they are, you know, because that's a big factor as well.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't think you should give up. You know, especially with your kids and stuff like that. And honestly, if he's treating you right, I think in your relationship right now with your kids and him, and if he's treating you right and you love him, I think there's more important things than getting married, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I get it. You want to get married. I get that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. I get that. But I think that if you, like I said, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, do I like them? Do I want to be with them forever? Because there's more than just getting married too. You have kids, you have, a life, that you've, combined together.
There was one more thing that I actually wanted to mention on the thing, but we'll go on break and then we can talk about it. The last part that she asked.
You want to talk about that after the break, Josh?
Yep.
All right, let's go on break. Let's sniff some salt, dude.
Dude, I felt it in my nose for
I felt it hard
for like at least 5 minutes. It wouldn't go away.
Cool, we'll be right back.
Remind me what the last part she asked.
What are some ways a woman can make her man feel more secure?
I love this question. I feel like this question is not asked a lot.
No,
right?
and it's the most important thing that you can do to a man.
Yeah, and even her asking this question says a lot about her and her relationship. She cares. She wants to know what can she provide, the value that she can bring. This is my thought. And when I heard this part, this is what I thought of. You know how people say there's 5 love languages, right? I feel like with guys, everybody has different love languages, but I feel like the most common for guys, it's words of affirmation and physical touch. We want to be touched and we want to be told that we're awesome, And I think that
last part, part.
Yeah. And it sounds so simple, but I think just being encouraging, just focusing on the things that you really value and you appreciate from your partner and letting them know goes such a long way. Bro,
anything.
It doesn't have to be complicated, right? Hey, I really do appreciate like how you help me like clean up the couch when you get up. That's random example, but little things like that. Hey man, you did so good today. I really like the way you carried yourself when you talked to that person, or I really like that you helped that lady across the street. Whatever, those little things. When you are being reminded of that, or you feel like you're being seen and you get that acknowledgement from your partner, goes such a long way. I feel like words for men hold so much power, especially from their partner.
I rather get told things than be touched.
I'd rather get told things and be touched at the same time. You know what I mean?
Of course, you dirty little boy.
Dirty dude. All right.
I don't think people understand how important it is to tell your man, and I'm just gonna say for men, because it's very important for men to be told, good job. Hey, that was awesome.
Yeah.
You're the shit. Every day too. It's really simple.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, it doesn't have to be complicated.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
And the accomplishment doesn't have to be major.
Yeah.
Anything.
But it has to be sincere.
Yeah.
It has to be sincere. You have to really pay attention. If you like something about your partner, tell them. If you really appreciated something that they did, tell them, even if it's little. It would go such a long way.
Yeah. And it's half and half. There's guys that will take that compliment and really feel a certain type of way. And then there's some guys that they get shy and then they're gonna be like, they'll just keep it in. They'll just hold it, right? Mm-hmm. Like if I get told like I'm the shit, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like that's really cool that you said that. Like what made you think that? Something like that. Mm-hmm. And then there's other guys that you tell them you're the shit, and then they'll be like, thank you.
Well, they don't know how to take a compliment.
They don't know how to take a compliment, but that doesn't mean that they're not they're not appreciating it the same way as the guy that is saying a bunch of words about it.
That is absolutely correct. Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
It does.
So just, my guy's shy, or,
he didn't receive it the way I expected him to.
Yeah, if I tell him something, si le digo algo, it's like it goes through one ear and out the other.
No.
Don't think that way.
No.
Because you'll be surprised that a lot of guys, that's all they need. That's all they need to literally keep going.
Yeah.
And a lot of us guys, and I don't want to make it seem like it's me because it's not. Karen is very, she tells me, and I love it. And to me, that is the most special thing. And it doesn't have to be your significant other. It can be your brother. It can be your dad. It can be anybody. Yeah. I think we forget to do that in friendships and family and stuff like that. Hey, I love you.
Words of encouragement.
Yeah. Hey, I saw you doing this. Like, good job, man. Like, you should be really proud of yourself.
Yeah. And if it's not those things, if it's not words of encouragement, if it's not physical touch, I feel like if you really care about your partner, the things that get them make them feel loved. I think you can kind of pick that up, right? So just paying attention to moments where you see that they feel very loved and then doing more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if you see your partner gets really excited when you like help them get their car washed, do more of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just 100% stuff like that. But I think with men, from what I've noticed, because I've asked a lot of questions, I've asked a lot of men specifically, like what makes you feel loved, And I noticed that that's pretty much the most common one for men: physical touch and words of affirmation.
Yeah, because I don't feel like men get that a lot.
And I feel like that could be for women too. I mean, it's,
For sure.
Yeah.
For
But
sure.
I'm just saying from my experience and in the conversations that I have with the men that I have. Yeah.
But perspective of a man, do that.
Yeah, I do that.
And honestly, it's a huge turn on for men, and it's sexy, and we put people who give compliments and who talk to others like that, we put them in a really high pedestal, and they continue to be special in our lives. But you know what all that equals out to, right? Like, words of affirmation,
Physical touch.
yeah, and then like telling people that they're the shit or whatever. You know what all that equals to, right? It's called respect.
Okay.
Like, bro, if you respect somebody, you're really gonna go out of your way and say these kind of things. If you don't respect the person at a certain degree, te va a valer madre to say anything. To a degree?
To a degree, but it also takes effort. Like you got to put in that effort to do it, because I can respect you, but I might not tell you. I got to put in that effort to really make you feel the respect that I have for you and the love that I have for you.
I do feel
because there's so many people, bro, they're in love with their partner, but they don't show them. They lack the effort
they don't know
of showing
how
them.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I do feel like a lot of like a big part of it is just respect.
Yeah, I agree. There's that aspect as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
like, and that's another thing too. Like telling your partner, hey, I saw you doing this, or I saw you doing that. I just want to let you know that I saw that, and like that was really cool.
Yes.
Or continue to do that because I really like that. You know what I mean? And so that's really good. But even just being respected in general is huge in a relationship, but not just like, oh yeah, that's my girl, I respect her. No, there's more to respect than just respect.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like respect.
Yeah.
So that was actually a really good question.
Yeah.
And that's why that young lady, I feel like she has a really good head on her shoulders.
100% agree.
And I want her to continue to be with that guy because I know that that's maybe what she really wants, So
Yeah. It's
like
a really
that.
good question. I feel like it's something that you got to continue to ask yourself in your relationship. It's not like you figure it out once and then you got it, because people change, people evolve. There's going to be new things that make us feel loved, make us feel seen, make us feel appreciated. So constantly growing and evolving with your partner is super important as well. So this is a question that I think even as like us being in relationships, should be constantly asking ourselves in our relationships. What is making my partner feel loved? How do I make her feel more appreciated?
You know what helps me too? Like either putting it on my screensaver on my phone,
little notes
or a note or something.
That's adorable.
Because humans forget. I can, have a conversation with somebody and I'll tell myself, okay, I'll start doing that, And then the first 2 days I'm thinking about it, but it easily goes away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really have that piece of paper or put it on your wallpaper on your phone.
Yeah.
So it can just remind you, to keep doing it, because we easily forget things, and it doesn't just have to be that. It can be anything. We easily forget.
Yeah.
Put on your wallpaper, stop eating like shit. And I bet you anything, you'll stop eating like shit that much more.
Yeah, it might help.
No, for real.
Sure.
It's just like little things, that was just like a funny example, but little things like that, because we always tend to forget. That's why in a relationship, it's always like, tú nomás vas a decir eso. Like for the first week, you're going to act like that, and then you're going to change back to your normal habits.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because you just change to your normal habits, or you forget what the main problem was that you guys were talking about, because you just simply forget. Sometimes in relationships, fights and stuff are simple things that just can be resolved that sometimes escalate to something a lot bigger.
Yeah. There's a thing I've said before on the podcast, but it kind of ties into it. They say like, treat your partner the way you did when you guys first started dating, and it'll never be the end, because you're always kind of living off the beginning. Because you're in a new relationship, you're on a high. You can keep that same energy throughout your whole relationship, but you got to get reminded. You got to it's an effort thing that you got to do.
But let's be real, it does get hard,
of course.
But remind yourself.
Yeah,
remind yourself why you're in love, why you like this person, why this person likes you. And another thing that comes to mind is when we meet somebody, and this is the majority of people, we tend to act a certain way. We tend sometimes to act more grand than we are.
Yeah.
And not just because we're not already grand or, blah, 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 or this type of person. We're really our ultimate self, correct? Mm-hmm. And so when I say that is, like, if I first met Karen, I'm going to be the ultimate Sebastian. I'm going to be who I am, but the ultimate one, like no flaws.
Yeah.
Right? But what happens in a relationship is we tend to get comfortable, and then we tend to be like, oh, we already have it in the bag. I don't need to do that. No. What was the line again?
Treat your partner like you did in the beginning, and it'll never be the end.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
Did you memorize that?
Pinterest, baby. It's pinned to my board.
It's a great line because it's true.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Quédate igual.
Yeah.
And another mistake that people make is they act a certain way, and then that person falls in love with them because they like that. Mm-hmm. They like that personality. They like the way that that person acts towards them. And then they stop acting like that.
Well, because it's not truly who they really are.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's also called being toxic.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say though is always be yourself.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, for example, there's guys that'll meet girls and then that guy thinks that girl likes a certain type of guy. So that guy acts like that kind of guy, that he thinks, So then they're never really matched up perfectly. Mm-hmm. So what happens is drama, fights, and then maybe the relationship ends.
Yeah.
And that's people's problem sometimes, and it goes both ways too.
Yeah, absolutely.
A woman might like a certain type of guy,
yeah,
and then she thinks that she needs to be a certain way. Always be true to yourself, because that's when you find people who truly like who you truly are.
I love that. Well said.
Do you though?
I like that. Yeah.
Do you though?
I love it, man. Be yourself. Wise words from a
decent man.
Well,
you are very true to yourself, joshleyva?
Yeah, I think we both are. Yeah. I think that's I think it's I don't want to say, I wanted to say superpower, because I feel like it's like a lot of people just don't know how to just be themselves, and they kind of constantly trying to portray this like thing that they're not.
I know some people like that.
Yeah. But I think being true to yourself is the best thing you could be.
I think it's key.
What's the Dr. Seuss quote? It's like, you are you, and that is truer than true, or something like that. It's one of those, Jess. You read Dr. Seuss. All right, Jess, what's next? You don't have to look it up, Jess. She was like, what Dr. Seuss say? What Dr. Seuss say?
I've only read Green Eggs and Ham from Dr. Seuss, and then Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, it's like something like, today you are you, and that is, I don't know. Anyways, dating advice.
Dating advice anonymous.
All right.
Ooh, this is gonna be juicy then, right?
I hope so. I hope that.
It's kind of juicy, yeah.
All right, give me the juice.
How can I trust my boyfriend again after he broke up with me for 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks he slept with his coworker? We are now 3 years together, and I'm still not over it, nor do I trust him.
3 years?
Damn.
Am I in the wrong for not trusting him and still thinking about it?
No. Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready. You're the one that's in the wrong since the get-go.
From the moment you decided to allow him back into your life, with all due respect,
and she knew about it.
You were wrong.
And she knew about it.
Yeah. And I honestly think that she probably rushed into getting back into the relationship because she was like leading with her emotions and didn't really process everything that happened. And when you go on a break with somebody, you are you're taking a risk, because you never know if they're going to take you back. Right. And I think she was so emotional in that situation when she probably didn't want to break up in the first place. So when he like came back to her, she just took him and didn't realize everything the consequences of taking him back. And now she's dealing with the repercussions of it. But 3 years later, can you imagine that haunting you for 3 years? Your peace of mind is worth so much more than that. You know what I mean? I honestly feel bad, because that's crazy, man.
Me too. I feel bad too. And like, I kind of take it back saying like it was your fault from the get-go. Like,
maybe I said that's that too, and that is a little harsh.
But it is your fault though. It is.
You gotta be able to take ownership.
But I say that with respect.
Yes.
But let me tell you this though. Now let me tell you this.
Please.
So now they've been with each other for 3 years.
3 years.
Now, should we give shit to the guy?
For what?
For doing that? No, right? Because they've already been with each other for 3 years. So should we just shit on this guy?
No,
because who knows? He might have been, maybe he's, better. Maybe because 3 years is 3 years.
You changed a lot.
You either changed or like Now it's almost like it's not even your pedo. That's just the past. Now, I don't think you should be dealing with things from your past now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
The ship,
now
like,
I can't
sailed.
even say like break up with him because it's already been so long.
Yeah. It sucks when people say they forgive you, but they don't let it go. If you make a mistake in a relationship and you ask for forgiveness and your partner decides to forgive you, that means you have to let it go. You have to not necessarily let it go where like when it's like forgive and not forget. I understand that it's going to potentially scar you.
Sure.
But you cannot be dragging that into the relationship.
You're hurting yourself.
You're hurting yourself and you're hurting the relationship and you're hurting your partner.
Yeah.
3 years is such a long time. And it just goes to show you how deeply she was wounded by that whole incident, you know? And it's just one of those things where, man, it's so tough. You're right. Because in 3 years, you changed so much as a person. If you bring that up to him now,
It's just going to cause problems.
He's going to cause problems. But also he's like, I'm not that person anymore. I'm sorry I made that mistake. I don't know what you want me to do now. You know what I mean?
There's nothing you can do. It's exactly what you said. You have to deal with it. We're not asking you to forget about it.
Yeah.
But we're asking you to be mature enough now. It's been 3 years. It's a different conversation if it's been a couple months. It's been 3 years. That's like life has moved on. Like you have to move on from situations like that. Because she's the one that decided to stay with them. She decided to stay with them. And now it's not even from the get-go, yeah, like the guy, he messed up, right? Mm-hmm. But now it's not even like, and I'm only talking about like the story, what, you know, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, maybe he's still like doing stuff like that. We don't know that. And I'm not gonna assume he is.
That either, yeah.
I'm assuming that you're still with him because you like him, and he's a good guy, but you're saying like you're still thinking about this stuff. So it's like, you can't even blame him anymore.
Jess, I see you gripping to the mic. You got something to say?
Yeah,
I feel like you want to chime in.
Sorry,
please.
I don't want to.
No, I want to hear.
Okay. Like I think you're right, Josh, in the sense that like, you know, if it was a mistake, you know, together you kind of make a decision to move past it.
Yes.
And a mistake is one thing, but this kind of sounds really intentional.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he purposely probably wanted to go on that break for his action that he wanted to do.
Does that count as a mistake? Like that was a conscious decision, you know?
No,
and it's
yeah.
like,
That's a good question.
But he has made the decision to be with her as well. And so did she. And it's been 3 years already. Like that's the key though. It's been 3 years. He was in the wrong. I get that. Like,
it could have been intentional, but even if you do something intentional, I still think you can realize that it was a mistake afterwards. You might do something, be like, I think I really want this. And then you get it. And you're like, I didn't want this. And you made the mistake by wanting it, you know, or by going through with the action, that's to say. But she also made the mistake by taking them back.
Yeah,
she did, because I think she should have just allowed herself to like really process it and really figure out if she can handle it and deal with it and how it's going to affect their relationship moving forward.
Yeah. And if you want to still stick with them, I'm all for that too.
Yeah.
I believe in problems like that. You know, I believe in situations like that. And I believe that, you know, you can resolve those situations, but you can't talk about it 3 years later anymore.
That's tough. That's very tough.
I don't know. Is that
No, I think you're absolutely right on that. I do think when I heard the story, I did feel like it was intentional. I'm like, okay, they broke up and he immediately hooked up with.
Of course.
I'm like, yeah, no, that was.
I also want to know how old they are.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's like now it's like you know, it's been long already, and now you need to tell yourself, like, okay, either
But here's the thing, bro. If it's still haunting her, I think she has the right to be like, this is. Like I said, I could not imagine something like that still like penetrating my heart.
Yeah.
For 3 years. Maybe she needs to have a talk with herself and be like, do I want to continue this? Because clearly I'm not getting over this.
Yeah.
So
I think she needs to have a conversation because I think that, like what you said, like I think her mental clarity, her mental health is really important.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to like continue without either a conversation, ending it, or figuring it out. Like, but what can like I do now?
No, nothing. Honestly, at this point, it's like, it's really on her at this point. It's really on her and where
she needs to make a decision on what she wants to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like either you bury it and you take it to the grave and, you know, you continue to, you know, do positive things in your relationship. Cause that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
I just think after 3 years, if she, I don't want to say like gotten over it, right? Or moved on from it, she's not going to, bro. 3 years is a long. It's gonna stay there in your heart for
it is,
if not forever.
That's why she needs a conversation.
And I can guarantee you, it's affected the relationship somehow, even if she hasn't noticed it subconsciously, because it's in her.
Anything
and it's affecting the relationship.
Anything that guy does wrong or anything, she's bringing it up.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
And it's causing and it's causing, drama.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It's sad. It breaks my heart. It sucks,
yeah,
man.
it sucks. But I really hope that you get through that and really have a grown-up conversation with him. If but like I said, it's been 3 years. It's almost like él ya casi no tiene la culpa, depending on, how he's acting,
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Now.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say prioritize your peace of mind. And if it's still affecting that, you need to have a conversation with yourself. You can't put a $sign to a peace of mind.
Yeah. And when I say that guy doesn't have like la culpa anymore, I'm not saying that what he did was not, what he did was wrong. Yeah. But guys, you guys understand it's been 3 years already. Like so much has happened and, she was willing to still be with him. And I just think she needs a conversation with herself, honestly. What do I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm assuming they've already had the conversation together many times.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it sucks though. That's a huge scar to deal with.
Yep.
It's an unhealed
wound.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think it'll always be unhealed, but you chose that path.
Yeah. All right, Jess, we got another perspective of a man.
We do. That was intense.
You good?
You want to sniff some more salt?
No, dude, I'm good.
Okay. I've been dating this guy for about 2 months and we live 2 hours away from each other. He just told me that he's moving to another state for 9 months for work. He said he might come back sooner, but I don't know how I feel about it and if we should even continue our relationship. I really want to be with him. I really don't want to go through a breakup, but is longer distance even going to be the same?
Well, no, it's not going to be the same. It's not. But I'm a true believer of she didn't mention that he likes to like fuck around or anything like that. I'm assuming he's a nice guy. Let's assume he's a nice guy and he's telling her the truth, and stuff like that. If you really like this fool,
mind me, it's only been 2 months.
Yeah, that's kind of 2
months.
Damn. Okay? Actually, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's really early on in the relationship, and I get it. You're
extremely early.
You're still in the honeymoon phase. Things are going great, but man, 9 months is a very long time. Yeah, it's one of those things where do you just rip the Band-Aid and just like cut it right then and there before things get even more serious, and it's gonna just hurt even more when you realize that it doesn't work out, or do you say, hey, you know what? Like, let's just give this a shot. Let's see what happens. Well,
that's the thing.
Knowing me, I'm gonna give it a shot kind of guy.
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily the right thing to do.
Yeah,
and probably not the most healthiest thing to do.
Yeah, so that's the thing. 2 months, right? So in my mind, immediately, I said, "Come on, 2 months." Like you
let it go.
You don't let it go. You don't even know where this is gonna. Like, you don't even know the person really.
No, at all.
But then again, it's like 2 months. What do I have to lose?
Right.
Now, if it's like, oh, we've been dating for like a year. And now he said that, and then he's been 2 hours away this whole time. And then now he's dipping, then it's like, oh, he needs to maybe do something about it. Why is he leaving? Did it say why he's leaving?
I think work
for 9 months, maybe sooner.
Here's the thing, bro. One thing for sure, and I don't think anybody's ever disagreed. Long distance relationships are extremely difficult. Yeah. They are hard. Yeah. Relationships themselves are difficult.
But I believe in long distance.
But they're possible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so you are diving into something that is going to be challenging. Don't think, oh, it'll be fine. No, it's going to be challenging. You're going to miss the person. You're not going to be able to see them. The connection that you guys are in the process of like building it's not going to be as like rapid. There's so many things that you're like risking. But like I said, I think ultimately, what does your heart tell you? 9 months, not that long.
It's not, especially when you just met him like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I just think I personally if I would have to give advice and maybe I'm wrong, I would just say, just continue kind of dating. Don't get too serious. And then get serious when he comes back, Because if it's kind of like whatever, like, I like you and we're kind of dating and blah, 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 but we're not crazy serious. And then 9 months later and we're still talking, that's a sign of positive, like, hope in the relationship.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a wrong answer here. If she decides
because if she takes it super serious, she's probably going to get kind of hurt. and then she's gonna want
You're
a
saying
lot.
high expectations.
Yeah, and then she's gonna kind of want a lot more from
Yeah.
something that's almost not possible.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, what she's gonna go into is gonna be challenging, and I think
Super.
you need to expect that and not have this idea that, oh, it'll be fine. No, it's gonna be hard, and understand that. And it goes back to your pros and cons list. Like, this is a good time to really do that. You know, like the cons of dating somebody long distance.
Yeah.
The pros of this person. I think that's a
So like
bust out the list again, G. Bust it out. Cons or pros? Pros or cons?
yeah, Venn diagram.
Ben Dial
I
who?
think, like I said, if I would have to give, like, if that was my sister, I'm like, okay, well, obviously you really like them, right?
Yeah.
Just take it easy with them.
Protect your heart.
Protect
Guard
your heart, guard
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Don't go too crazy, because if something goes wrong and you don't like it, you ain't gonna get hurt that bad. You're gonna be like, okay, I kind of expected that. You know what I mean? Like, put your guard up the whole time. And now, when he comes back, and if he comes back early, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And if it all works out, then that's a really positive sign in that person,
Yeah, I agree.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
I just say put your guard up. I don't think you should put all your what how does the saying
Like
go?
your eggs in one basket.
Eggs in a basket. Yeah, I was gonna say piggies in a blanket.
I like that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. I think we should go on a short little break real quick.
Let's do it.
Porque me estoy meando, güey. Sorry about that. Is that okay with you, Josh?
Let's do it,
The
baby.
Josh
I'm here,
Leyva?
man. I'm here. I'm here for the
I
long haul.
I like the whole denim look today.
I'm all denim now. I'm just
No, like just like your
denim
your
jeans?
denim acid wash jeans.
I feel like I've been doing a lot of like black pants. I was like, I gotta switch it up.
No, yeah, your haircut looks good.
Got a fresh cut.
You have the perfect amount of like little waves in front of your
Yeah, yeah.
your hair.
It's
Wait, was that on purpose? It is,
No,
right?
no.
Oh, that's just naturally sexy.
how it flows, baby. Where the wind may take me, I may go. You know what I mean?
Pinterest.
That was another one.
We'll be right back.
Let's get it.
Up next, we have a general concern
Oh.
from my tocaya, Jess.
Oh shoot.
This is not you, Jess, or is this you?
No, this is not me.
You show?
She's a homie, though. I could tell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. General concern.
A general concern.
And we're here to generalize your concern.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you pour your milk first or your cereal?
Okay.
Personally, I do milk then cereal. Please put me on.
No, she does not.
How?
No, she doesn't. No, she does. You're making a mess.
Well, okay, whatever. Like you do that, but like you'll get your ratios all screwed up.
Yeah, unless she just prefers more milk than cereal, because I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
That's what's gonna happen.
yeah, that
Yeah.
might be her thing.
Yeah, because if you pour milk and just say you even pour like the perfect amount,
Yeah,
the cereal goes right over it.
floats.
And it just floats on top. Then you're
Yeah.
gonna have to like do it like oatmeal and like swish it around, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, at the end of the day, estás comiendo, you're winning.
Honestly, at the end of the day, do whatever you want to do. If that's the way you want
Yeah.
to eat your cereal,
But I don't do it that way. I put my cereal first. Honey bunches.
Hey, do you do bananas in your honey bunches? You ever done that?
I love
Plátanos? Yeah, you slice them up,
Yeah,
nice
and
and neat.
frosted flakes.
Or more than great. Or more than good.
Frosted flakes, they're more than good.
They are great.
Wow, that was really good.
Some people call me Tony. No tiger. All right.
You know what they call frosted flakes in Mexico?
No.
Wow, I'm judging you hard.
What do they call them?
Jess,
Sucaritas.
there you go. There you go. Sucaritas. Can you believe that?
Is that what it says on the box?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Same brand? Oh, shit.
Do you know why they call dogs, like Mexicans, you know why they call their dogs firulais?
Isn't it from a show? Was
No. Oh, maybe. But you know why like the name firulais came up? Or like
That's
how
what
it
I
was
heard. I
brought
heard
up?
it was from a show that there was a dog named
Probably.
Fido Reese, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, when I think this is the story, but when Mexicans cross the border with their dogs, the border patrol agents would say, "Is he free of lice?"
That's a terrible joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. They would say, "Free of lice," and then Mexicans,
Yeah.
They're trying to get it. They're trying to
just trying to get in.
They're just trying to get it. So they would call their dogs free of lice. Mm-hmm. Almost the same. It's Mexicans, we like to make up our own words.
Yeah.
And we do it well.
Yeah.
Just kind of like the whole bistec thing. Bistec is not even a real word. I'm not even a real thing.
Nice, bro.
Bistec is not even a real word.
Yes.
It's
beefsteak.
Beefsteak. Yeah, it's almost the same thing. So it's the same concept.
Yeah.
But lice, it's free of lice, and then they just thought that they would call their dogs free of lice.
Or maybe that's what dog was. Like that's all. Did you say dog in English or something?
Feed with lice. No, this is a true fact. Jess, have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not joking around with you, homie. Why you always think I'm joking,
there's
bro?
There's a certain demeanor. There's a certain body shape that you take on when you're being a sarcastic asshole, and I'm
trying to teach you something, bro.
Hey, save it for school, buddy.
I got random facts. You got random Pinterest shit. I'm trying to teach you something. You need to start taking me more seriously.
Did you just wink at me? We're on camera, asshole. They can see you wink. You just secretly try to wink at me, bro.
Take me seriously, bro.
I'm taking you serious, bro.
Take me serious.
Free of lice?
Josh.
Free of lice?
Yeah.
Free of lice?
Yeah, it's real shit. It's the same. The same thing goes with the gringo shit, right? The same thing goes with the gringo shit.
Yeah, somebody had told me that it was from a show. There was a dog or something like that.
I think there is a show that's called that they named their
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not important, but take me serious, Josh.
Okay, give me more facts.
I take you serious.
Do you?
Yeah. The way I talk about you in front of people, you're a serious guy in my eyes. All right, next one.
Anyways.
Free of lice? Want some salt?
Okay, Amanda sent in this next one about dating advice.
Oh, I thought you said Amanda. A man had sent in this next one, but it's Amanda sent this next one. Yeah,
Dad.
Yeah,
Dad.
girl. Okay. Are prenups important?
Oui.
If so, why or why not? How do you bring it up? For example, he comes from wealth due to his parents, and I want to achieve my own goals without him feeling the strain of having to provide for me. Is it condescending to your partner, or is it unromanticizing a relationship? Thanks, YP and YPZ.
Amanda, we got you, girl. This is a really good question. I think it does. What's the word she say? Unromanticizes the relationship, right? But I think that's okay because it's real life. It doesn't all have to be this fantasy and this romantic idea that you try to emulate, right, in your relationship.
Real quick, is she's the one? Sorry to interrupt you. She's the one that wants a prenup.
No,
or
I think
wants to bring it up.
I think she's asking because she wants to have her own goals and her own money, her own shit, and he obviously comes from money, So I think she's asking, is it fair that I potentially, or this kind of conversation comes about, right? Yeah, I think just in general,
it might come to me.
It might come to me, or is it? Maybe she wants that too. She's not opposed to it. I think it's just more of a general question. What are our thoughts on prenups and stuff,
Yeah.
I think it's just all circumstantial. Personally, me, I'm an all in type of guy. If I'm marrying you, there's no exit for me.
I agree.
It's all in. So if I just happen to be worth $1 billion,
yeah.
All right, and we get married, hey, guess what? You worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, same.
And I'm gonna fight for our marriage even more now.
Yeah.
No, but
I can't understand say I was a billionaire.
Yeah.
And then I'm with a girl and I give her a prenup. I don't know, right? Because I'm not a billionaire, but I'm going to marry somebody just so they can be part of me. They can have whatever I have, right? So I guess it does unromanticize it, right? Because you're basically
But I think that's okay. That it doesn't. Why does it need to be like that? It's this fantasy. It doesn't achieve this fantasy that people have, right? If in your heart you feel like you guys should have a prenup because he comes from wealth and you want to have your own establishments and you still are leading with I want to be with this person forever, then get the prenup. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it. Personally, I'm not getting a prenup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, but what I was saying is I think it does unromanticize it.
Yes.
But yeah, like you said, I don't think there should be a problem. I think everybody and there might be people that you date or that, you marry in life that are certain type of individuals. And, they're also looking out for themselves.
You don't have to participate in others people's like fantasy, right? And this like romanticization of like relationships. Whatever is romantic to you in your relationship, that's what that is,
Yeah.
And if it's romantic to you to have prenups, then that's what's romantic to you. You don't gotta, there's no like one size fits all for romance.
Yeah. Plus there's probably some guys that give out prenups who treat the girl even better than somebody who doesn't believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really good question.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
No.
I don't think I would. I don't know. I don't have it in me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
think,
interesting because I wonder because she's saying that her boyfriend comes from money, from wealth. If the family has mentioned to him, hey, if you do decide to marry this girl, we are going to suggest that you get a prenup. And that's probably because the conversation probably has come up like just maybe like loosely.
Yeah.
So she's probably got her thinking, and I like the fact that she's thinking like, well, I want to have my own shit too.
it seems like she's down for it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think she,
It does suck,
I think she's
though.
right.
It does suck though if she's not, it seems like she's a little bit more open to it, but if she wasn't open to it, you know what I mean? If she was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, she seems open. But if she says like, I'm not doing that, then I'll be like, then don't be with them.
Then don't be with him. That's what it is. Because if that's what it is for him, then,
Yeah, you got to respect anyone's belief, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody should think the way, he shouldn't think the way you think or blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
What if like Karen wanted to do a prenup?
Yeah, then I'd have the conversation with her, like, are you sure? Or not even, are you sure? Like, okay, cool. But like, is it going to change you? Is it going to change the way that you treat me? Because at the end of the day, like, I'm also not marrying you because you have money.
Yeah.
Or because you have this, or that person might not even have money, but maybe your family has like a trust.
Yeah.
Or a lot of businesses, or her name's under a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I'm not marrying you because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm marrying you because I like who you are. Mm-hmm. And because we have sexy time. Mm-hmm. I like sexy time. Mm-hmm. You like sexy time? Mm-hmm. You're sick, dude. You're dirty.
Hey, this ain't new, G. This ain't new.
Yeah. But me personally, I wouldn't give a prenup because I feel like whoever, obviously I'm married, but whoever I would want to marry, I want to give you everything that I have.
Yeah.
Like, well, mine is yours. And
I know.
yours
It's just to play devil's advocate. They say like 50% of marriages end in divorce, right? So if this family does come from money, they're probably looking at it more like a logistical way.
Which I
like,
respect.
hey,
Which I respect that low key.
yeah, and it just sucks because it does unromanticize the relationship. But like, damn, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
But like I said, her situation seems like it's a little more unique because she's like, I'm down with it because I want to have my own shit,
Yeah. Good,
but if she wasn't, damn, I would. Yeah.
And then he's not budging.
It's like, that's what
Yeah. It is what it is. I think prenups exist for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it does kind of make more I think about it, just because the way you were saying, it's like, I'm not marrying you for these materialistic things, right? I'm marrying you for who you are. It just kind of makes you think about that, right? You're like, hey, what do you think this is? You son of a bitch. Like, I'm in this because I want you.
I think it's a little,
you, not like what you have.
Yeah, I think it's a little disrespectful.
It can be. It depends on how you take it, right? Yeah.
It depends on what your beliefs are. Because if you grow up knowing that like you're gonna marry somebody and you live in a la la land, it's so romantic. It's love. It's in the air, and Or there's some people, which is fine. Because I'm like that. I'm what you call Romeo. But there's some people who grow up and they see it more as a like, yeah, cool, we're gonna get married, and they take things more logistical, which is completely fine too. I respect that.
Yeah, and it seems she kind of does too.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah. I'm down with that.
Yeah. Prenuptial agreement. Sign it. What's next, girl?
What would make you do a prenup though?
Huh?
You would never do a prenup.
No.
Ever.
If I, as a man, am choosing to dedicate my life to one person and marry them, I'm all in with whatever I have. You know what I mean? I don't see why I would do that. I wouldn't ask you to marry me in the first place if I wasn't all in. That's just my thought. I just continue to date you.
Same.
Or we just be like, hey, I don't do the married thing.
Which is really romantic, right?
What?
What you just said. That's really romantic that you say that. That is extremely romantic. being all in, giving
Yeah.
everything. That
Yeah.
is extremely romantic.
Can you stop saying that?
I'm just saying, like,
stop looking at
so-
me deep in the eyes.
So that's what I'm saying. So when the prenup comes, it kind of
Yeah.
cancels all that out.
Yeah, but maybe that's not their kind of relationship.
I know that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
but it does cancel it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it works out for you, cool. That's fine. That's cool. But I'm just saying it does cancel that out.
It's-
because you saying like, when I get married, I'm gonna, I'm all in. That is super romantic of you to say.
Yeah, because I'm 34 and I've never proposed to anybody. And I can assure you the day that I drop down to one knee, I am going to be absolutely 1000% sure that this person is going to be my person for the rest of my life. So that's all in,
I fucking can't wait for that day.
It's going to be a good day, man. You'll
I
be
can't imagine, like, oh my God, you getting married would be so beautiful.
Yeah, we'll see. Just kidding. No, I want to get married. I do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're romantic.
I am, man. Yeah,
You're very romantic.
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, even like the way that you treat your friends, you're an extremely romantic person.
Okay, so we got it. All right.
I can't compliment you on how romantic you are.
Just stop saying that word, dude.
What? What do you want me to substitute it with? What's another word for romantic?
Let's move on, dude. All right.
All right.
What's next?
You're very bromantic. I need the Max Ween.
I was trying to buy. He dropped the hats. I tried to buy it, sold out. I was so
Did
sad.
it?
Yeah,
What about on TikTok Chop?
not available. I don't want no bootleg shit.
All
I
right,
want the real
another
shit.
Aita.
Yeah, this is our
Am I the
last
asshole?
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I kind of like the hybridness. If
Yeah,
I'm being honest,
me
'cause I feel
too.
like we're like this. You know
Let's
what
get it, dude.
Okay. Am I the asshole for wanting more for myself and my little family? I came from a trauma-filled childhood, and I set boundaries and don't want certain people around my baby and myself.
I mean?
Not at all.
Not at all. Love that.
Not at all. I love that
those
you. I
boundaries.
love actually that you think like that.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people think like that, and then when they don't think like that, they get themselves in trouble.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. If you have boundaries and you have, I had said the word earlier and I totally forgot what it was.
Romantic? Why do you hate that word?
Standards. Sorry. You threw me off, bro. All right. If you have boundaries and you have standards for your life, you are not the asshole for setting them. Okay. I repeat, if you have boundaries and standards for your life, you are not the asshole for setting those standards and boundaries for your life. You should. I think everybody should have standards and boundaries. I think people are too loose.
I think
and just
people
let
should have high
everything
standards.
fly. You know what I mean? And then they end up getting hurt. I need to have those boundaries and your standards for your life. No, these are my rules. Like what is it called? Where like people are like non-negotiables. These are my non-negotiables. Anyways, that's separate from what she was saying. But I think the way she's protecting herself and the trauma that she went through is real. And I think her being understanding of being self-aware of what she's gone through, and setting those boundaries with certain people in her life, all praise to her. And especially her baby and herself, girl, set up double boundaries, triple boundaries, lock that bitch up, throw away the key.
Wait, the baby's a bitch? Did you say that? No, you didn't, right?
What do you think? Do you think I said
No,
that?
I want to say no.
Do you want to say
Well,
no?
you were saying that.
Do you want to say no, or is the answer no?
No, you said respect that baby, lock that bitch in something. That's what I thought.
I said your baby and yourself, the boundaries that she set, lock the door of the boundaries, bolt that hoe, throw away
You
the
need
key.
to be careful of the things that you say because they sound like something else.
So you thought that I was talking about the baby.
You said, yeah, take care of your baby, lock that bitch up. That's what you said. You romantic,
you romantic son
you
of a bitch.
romantic sentence mixing guy.
Listen, so to clarify,
I think you had a little bit too much of
the
the sniffing salt.
No, I'm talking about herself and the baby.
No,
to
yeah,
protect
that's what I
herself,
assumed.
To guard her heart.
Yeah.
I think she's all in the right for protecting her baby and her family.
1,000%. Even without the baby, like you said, set non-negotiables. I love that. Everybody should have high non-negotiables. Mhm.
Yeah, and high standards for
And
sure.
super high standards.
Yeah. I love that she's so self-aware about this, and even like asking these kind of questions. And you know what I mean? She shouldn't feel like she has to, because we don't know her trauma.
Yeah.
And if that's the way she feels, man.
One thing that I learned growing up, don't look at me like if I'm not grown up.
Proceed.
What I tell
Proceed,
you?
little
What
man,
I tell you
proceed.
30 minutes ago? Respect me, please, fool.
You were talking to me?
Respect me, please, fool.
Please, well, please.
Respect me. One thing that I learned growing up is you know, we grow up and we see our family, you know, I'm saying because she said that, and we see our family and we respect everybody, you know, that's my family, that's my tío, that's my, you know, tía, that's my cousin, you know, blah, blah. But then when you grow up, you start understanding that some of these motherfuckers are pieces of shit and they're your family.
Yeah.
That's real shit. And just because they're your family, you always kind of put them like in this little like
pedestal
or in your back pocket, like, you know, I'll always love you.
Yeah.
But bro, I learned growing up that some people in family, like, you don't need them. You don't. And, you know, it's sad to say because I still have it like embedded in me that like, ser Mexicano, I love all my family. And even, you know, this is just me, but even if I don't fuck with you and I don't believe in the things that you do and you are my aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and then sadly, sometimes it's immediate family.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. But I think I don't hate anybody. And I'll still have love for family no matter what. Like, I love you because you are still part of my tree. But, like, don't ever feel bad to not talk to them, to not have them in your life, because it'd be your own family that drags you down.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say, it'd be like that.
It'd be like
Take
that.
me seriously.
It'd be like that with family. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. No, you're right, bro. That's a good point. That's a good point. And you know what? You're right. It do be like that. You know?
I hate you.
I'm just saying, bro. You're right. It'd be like
Take me serious and take that question serious.
I did take it serious. I think what she's doing is incredible. I think her being aware of, like, you know, the trauma she's went through and setting those boundaries it's a beautiful thing. I think it's beautiful because it's not only protecting herself, but it's protecting the baby that she brought into his life.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. They really do be like that, huh? Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
No, she's not. You are not the asshole.
No, not at all. By far.
I need like a stamp sound.
Yeah.
You are not the asshole.
Approved.
Yeah.
Non-asshole.
Classified. Not the asshole. Yeah. Don't feel bad for yourself. There's, you know, it's family. Sometimes it's friends. If you sense that they don't need it, let's end this. Jessica, let's end this. I have a partner here that doesn't take me seriously.
I agree.
Why are you laughing at me?
Because
are you high?
Because it be like that, bro.
Throw these away.
Hey, those sauces got me acting different, bro. Got me feeling different. No, so you really made some good points. And,
Shut up.
You know, at the end of the day, it be like that. So, yeah.
You're goofy, huh? You're goofy today.
No, that's good. That was good. Jess, did we answer that fine? I don't want to be, I'm honestly not trying to be insensitive, like the question. I feel like I genuinely try to answer that. Like,
no, you're not insensitive. You're insensitive to me.
Exactly. Thank you. As long as that's being clear, then I'm good with that. Cool.
No, yeah, we answered it. Good.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
honestly,
great, man.
I know I said earlier that we want to do like separate episodes for each one of these things, but I kind of like these like hybrid type
Me
things.
too.
Yeah, maybe we do that.
They kind of hit everybody.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody goes through things like this or have been through things like this.
Yeah. Another thing you brought up, and I think it's a really good, like guys, gives us a better understanding of the situation is like age, because age does matter. And we actually just recently updated the form. So you guys can like tell us like the age range that you guys fall into.
Yeah, I think
and I feel like it'll help us a little bit better.
Age is very important sometimes in these types of questions, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
A 30-year-old thinking like, you know, a certain way, like some of these questions compared to a 19-year-old or a 25, 23-year-old, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Another thing too, like the more information that is provided, it helps a lot too. You know, like how long you guys been dating, or, you know, all that stuff kind of helps because all of it varies.
Yeah, because I want to get
the answer tremendously.
Yeah, because Josh and myself want to give like a really specific answer. Because some of these questions we can give an answer to, but it's damn like that, huh?
I'm listening, dude. I'm listening. No, you're on a roll. I'm proud of you.
Some of these questions are, you know, we can give I'm not going to look at you. Some of these questions we can give like, you know, our perspective and stuff, but I want to give like my perspective to a certain individual, the one that's actually writing this down.
Writing it down?
Yeah, writing it down on the form.
Oh, got it. Yeah. That's writing in. That's writing in.
Writing in, yeah.
So that was what an episode, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I love the episodes with just me and you, man.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I did too. It's really cool because obviously we come from like different, obviously we're like different people, but also kind of like the same person. And I get very like intrigued by like your answers and stuff like that. And even though we're very aligned in a lot of things, like it's just really cool to kind of hear like your side of stuff too.
For sure. Sometimes I wish though that I can be like way different than you.
I feel like you are. You don't think you are? We're not.
No, I feel like on like some of the advice we kind of like to give the same type of like consejos. But sometimes I wish I was more different than you so I can give a different perspective or something. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, me too. I really agree with that. But it's okay. We're both going at it.
But at the end of the day, like we said earlier, there's no right answer, right?
Yeah.
It's just our perspective of
a man.
Yep.
And the aita.
Yep.
All right, you want to wrap it up, Josh?
Let's do it. Guys, thank you so much for everybody who tuned in, who subscribed to the channel, who submitted, your questions. If we didn't get to your question, don't lose hope. We still might get to them. Like you said, we got a lot of submissions and we're probably going to get more, but we're going to do our best to, get to your guys' questions. We got Jess, doing her thing, and I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's awesome. These submission forms are really good because we have the link actually on the La Platica on the Instagram.
Yes.
So you can submit whenever you want. It's not even like a story anymore or like a poll or a questionnaire. It's there. So whenever piensas algo en tu cabeza, just say, let's just do it right now.
Yeah,
let's just submit it, you know?
Yep.
And, Jess is looking at them continuously and she's picking out really good ones. So, so you really do have a high chance of getting featured.
For sure. The link is provided below as well if you have one that you want to submit already. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't tell you guys how much we appreciate you guys. I feel like there's a momentum right now, and I'm just so excited. I think Sebas and I are just so just to the moon. We literally talk about you guys every day. La Platica for us, for me and Sebas, is a 24/7 thing. It's like we're immersed in this. And I just appreciate everybody from, to the DMs and our Instagram, to the comments. I know the last episode we posted got like almost 2,000 comments.
Yeah.
It means the world to us when you guys like chime in and like talk to us.
Yeah.
So please keep that up.
Yeah. And honestly, shout out to, Silvana, Les, and Shadi Bay for recently coming on.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing, and we really hope that you guys like those episodes. Also, whenever you guys want to, comment down below who else that you guys would like to go see, and then we'll try to reach out.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
We do have an incredible guest coming next week that I feel like I'm really how excited I am about this one.
Me too. I'm very excited. As well.
And I feel like it's gonna be a different. It's gonna be a different episode. He's gonna bring a cool element to it. The show.
Yeah.
That being said, I feel good about that outro. You feel good about that?
Hashtag Mondays don't suck.
It be like that.
It be like that, bro. It be like that. It really do be like that.
Yeah. And by the way, bro, I wasn't trying to like laugh at the points you were saying about family. I really do believe that it be like that.
Nos vemos en la próxima plática. Oh, remember www.thejoshleyva.com. 10% off anything, right?
Whole site-wide, baby.
Yeah, La Platica.
Yeah, and tune into the giveaway. We got the giveaway. We already talked about it. Lock in, and 30 days we'll be running this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like I kind of said that kind of like confusing. Thejoshleyva.com. 10% off whatever you want if you just put code La Platica.
That's it.
Is it in all caps or no? I always forget.
Can be.
Is it or not? They want to know.
Be like that.
Okay, I guess try both.
No, I honestly don't think it matters.
It doesn't, right?
Don't matter. Yeah, just put La Platica.
Nos vemos en la próxima plática, and to the team that is right here, thank you guys. We love you guys.
You guys don't see it, but our team is growing, guys, and we're looking good over here. If you guys can see my POV,
they're all cute.
you would want to be me.
Adios.